Hey everybody, it's Randy with Carchaeology, and I am in Palm Springs, California at the Palm Springs Classic Car Auction. This is something that they do a couple of times a year, and it's an awesome auction because there's always something that's affordable, that's fun to play with, and if you're paying attention, you can get a bargain. In fact, I just bought this 1953 Packard here for $7,400 at bid price. Now this car has a completely rebuilt engine. It's got new chrome, it's got new paint, it's got new interior. It's really a properly beautiful car. And that is almost free, at least as far as I'm concerned, when it comes down to what you're getting for the money. Now granted, it's not the most desirable or rarest car out there, but look at it. It is absolutely gorgeous. And really the only thing that I see that bugs me a bit is that they painted the hubcaps rather than leaving them polished. But God, for that kind of money, what the heck? And I'll take you inside this so you can kind of check this out. Look at that. Whole interior is freshly redone, new headliner, new seats, new body, new paint. That engine has been freshly rebuilt. It is a straight 8 engine. I'll pop the hood here in a sec and show you that. Really a neat car. Now, I didn't come here with plans on buying a 1953 Packard, but I'm not upset with the fact that I did. So in any case, this will be a fun car to do some videos with. I'll definitely be sharing more information on it, as well as some more info and photos and stuff from this auction, because it is an absolute blast. And what I love about it is it's a lot more slow-paced, it's a lot more simple and easy to work with compared to some of the bigger auctions that are out there, Barrett, Jackson, et al. You know, this is great. There are some bargains that can be had, and there's also some pretty special cars that roll through here as well. Again, I mean, there is something for everybody when it comes to this auction. Old 442 convertible. Here's a genuine Myers-Manx dune buggy. This is a car that I touched some time ago. Belongs to a good friend of mine, Steve. That car is still available. It did not hit reserve at the auction, but it is a great one. Little Chevy 2. Some old exotic cars here. There's a lot of that sort of stuff. Really nice little Porsche 356. I don't believe that this hit reserve. It looks like bidding went up to just a little over $100,000, and the guy wants a little more than that for it. And I don't blame him, because it's a beautiful car. It is a C, so it's got the disc brakes on it, and those are rare machines. Now here's the line where cars are coming in. Nice little Model A Roadster. Got a beautiful big Rolls Royce coming up for grabs. That's about as Palm Springs as you can get, I would think. Got a Squarebird convertible here. I've always thought these were pretty cool cars, especially for the money. I mean, that is 50s goodness right there. There's even a Tesla in the mix. Why it's here, I don't know, but somebody's gonna bid on that fine machine. Galaxy 500, some more old Mercedes. There's a 53 Crestliner convertible. Another great American classic there. I personally love this little Fiat Topolino here. I think that those are great cars. You know, certainly not something that's highway ready, but God, what a cutie. It is awesome. Check out that face. Love it.
No, I think they're using their touch.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, you got to have the people in the room. There's a lot of weird stuff that's going on in our world today that is getting people to hold on to their money, I think. That's a part of it. Oh, was this the one that Eric was after? So 17250 was the... there was another Maserati that went through. For a second, I thought that was it. And it like went up to like $8,000 or something. And you're like, oh my God.
Eric was talking about using that as a truck dating.
Which,
that is a bad idea.
That doesn't sound like a smart move.
We got him off the cliff. But
okay.
He still was like, I want to go back there.
I want it. This thing's actually pretty clean. It went up to like $7,500.
Wow, that's a lot of car.
That's a lot of car for the money. That thing's really cool. No.
There's a lot of yellow stickers.
Yeah, there are. You know, I think a lot of stuff didn't sell, and that stuff that did, it was either too cheap or just is what it is. Okay, this is the lineup of the last cars for Saturday, Saturday being the biggest day here at the auction. It's been interesting to watch some of this stuff come and go. I think there's been some decent deals here at the auction. This Porsche 356 here, which is a really nice car. It's a 63B. This thing sold for $47,000 at the Hammer. Now, granted, it's not a top-level restoration. You know, if you look real close, there's some areas where there's a little, overspray on the rubbers and things like that. I do understand that it was originally a blue car and it was painted this yellow color, but it's beautiful and it's got a nice motor in it. It's got Webers on it. A really good looking car. 47 grand is nothing when it comes to Porsche 356s. You know, I just recently paid nearly 20 grand to rebuild the engine on mine, and that's just the thing that's under the hood, not the whole car. So I think this was a great buy. Now you got to think, of course, Hammer price is just one thing. You've got the auction fees on top of it, taxes, license, all of that sort of stuff. So you got to keep that in mind. But neat car, decent money. A little Mini Cooper convertible. I saw a couple of those. This little golf cart I thought was kind of fun. This went through yesterday. It didn't sell, but the bidding went up to like $1,300, and it actually has air conditioning, which I think is a ridiculous thing in a golf cart that's got no doors and no sides. But when you live in the desert, you got to take the cool where you can get it. This tire's looking a little flat on that Firebird. And that's the one thing about this auction. I mean, this is not top of the line crazy stuff here. There's a lot of, well used and slightly abused machines here. A friend of mine kind of refers it to the Star Wars cantina of car auctions. And I think that's maybe a little bit harsh, but it's not far off the mark. But if you want yourself, a used Mercedes, there's a whole bunch of those to choose from. Here's a cute little Ford Coupe. I don't know what this went for, but I love that. I mean, what a neat looking little car. Volkswagen Super Beetle here. Actually pretty decent looking little bug. It looks like it did not meet reserve. They usually put a sign on here that'll show that it's still available. They show what the high bid was, and you can go into the tent and see what the reserve was, or you can make an offer on cars that have not sold. One of the cars that I bid on yesterday, Dune Buggy, I was high bidder at 7 grand. I submitted an offer at that. The guy came back to me this morning, said that I could have it for 10, but apparently the reserve was significantly higher than that. But gosh, I don't really need it. This was one car that I wish I saw go through because it really kind of intrigued me. I don't know why I've been drawn to Oldsmobiles for a while. If you've seen my Instagram posts, I do a lot of posts where I just post smob. I don't know why. It just makes me funny, or it makes me laugh. But this car is really cool because it's got this dealer display hood. It also has the original hood as well. But this was something that each dealer got one of these hoods, and they would put it on a car in the showroom so you could see that Oldsmobile Rocket 88 motor in there. And that's a really cool thing to see. You don't see that very often. This car did sell, I believe. Here's the matching hood there. But I was hoping to watch this go through. I don't know if it sold for a great deal or not. Futuramic Buick. Love that dash. I love that horn button. And then that hood. That hood is pretty friggin' awesome. Oh, and that hood ornament is great. Check that out. Really fun. In any case, that has been my experience here at the McCormick Palm Springs auction. I've had an awful lot of fun hanging out with a couple of friends, raising my hand on a couple of things, and I'm pretty thrilled to bring home the toy that I bought. I think I got a great deal on the car. It's not something that I'm going to retire off of, but it's something that I can certainly play with and have a very good time.
It's 3 years old on the batteries. It runs excellently. You got to buy it with confidence. It runs as it is. Chip gun with the cherry. Comes with the cherry. Oh, gosh, Charger comes with it, ladies.
Another ticket, you can have 86, another 6, another 6, another D. You got one of these?
I don't really
I got 500. Are we close at all? I'm afraid to ask. Got 6. 700, Jeff. Next babe gets her done. 7. How did they got it? 800. I think we're selling. And it is 800 down. Are we selling? Resorts off. I'm with Jeff at 7. You okay?
Yeah, we're selling.
7, I got $700. Reserves off. Anybody want to give 7.5? I mean, there's a lot of golf carts. Got it. 800. And 7.5. You need to wait. $800 per. And 800. Now have 850. And then you're around $50 per. 850. And $800 down. $50 per. Down. $50 per. Y'all done? Got it. 859, 99, 9, and money give me 9, give me 9, give me 9. Now at 950 and 9, dear down $50 per, no, 9, $50. Y'all done? Appreciate you, brother.
English.
Sold 900, sold. Take it again, sold 900. Sold.
All right, last couple cars are going through. VW bus and then a 65 Mustang. But I have had my fun. So I'm going to do one little pat on the hood of my new purchase, which I'm going to come back for on Monday. And, well, there you go. So classic car auction here in Palm Springs, California. A fun time out playing with cars. Met some really interesting people. Talked to a couple when I was having lunch that found the car that they had first dated in so many years ago, and they restored that during COVID. That was super fun. And in any case, an absolute blast. And right up here is my new Jewel. Thanks for watching, everybody. Keep on digging them up and driving them. Bye-bye. Hey, everybody, it's Randy with Carchaeology, and I'm in the truck. I've got the trailer hitched up back behind me, and I'm aiming down to Palm Springs, California to pick up the 1953 Packard that I bought at auction. Now, I've had a couple of days to kind of ponder this thing and stare at photos of it and do some research and so on and so forth. I've managed to order a few things online for it, and I'm excited about getting it home. I'm also really excited about seeing how it runs and drives. That's one of the problems with a car at auction. Obviously, you can hear it drive across the block, but you can't really get it out on the road and drive it and really see what's going on. So I'm hoping that this car runs and drives as good as it looks, but I won't be able to find out until I've got the keys in my hands. So I'm going to do that today, load it up into the trailer, bring it on home, and I'm going to take you with me and share the experience. So let's go get a Packard. Okay, I have arrived here in Palm Springs. I have paid my bill. I have picked up my paperwork. I've got my keys. Now I get to go see if this car will actually run and drive. Now, it did drive across the block. I did see that happen. So I'm hopeful that it will drive across the parking lot and into my trailer. But the moment of truth is here. This will be interesting, the new toy to bring on home. All right, lots of heavy equipment moving around out here. But the Packard is waiting here for me. This is going to be pretty fun. Get that door open, climb myself on in here, put that key in the ignition here. Oh, nope, not that key. Let's try that one right there. Maybe not that one. There's only 3 keys. It's got to be one of them. There we go. Party on. Okay. So, clutch in, ignition on, push that starter button. Wow. Fired right on up. I love that. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's get this shit off of here so I can see out. And then I'm going to drive my new machine. Yeehaw. Right on. She is rolling and running smooth. Now, granted, this is just across the parking lot, but it's a good start. All the other fine machines out here being picked up. A successful auction for these folks, it looks like. And definitely fun to see these machines find new owners. Okay, I got some forklift action here I got to get past. I'm going to open up my trailer, get this thing lined up, and get it loaded up. But damn good start here. Damn good start indeed. It is just idling away here. Sounds super pretty. Super excited here. Let me get it in the box and I'll bring it on home and then I can really play with it. Okay, locked and loaded. It is taking up damn near every square inch of my big old trailer here. But I got it in there and got it lashed down. So hopefully it's not gonna move around too much. So there's not a whole lot of room in there. I really had to squeeze out that side over there. But I'm glad I got the big trailer because then I can haul this stuff home. Awesome. The Packard has arrived here at the lab safe and sound. The voyage from Palm Springs back here to the hills went just fine. It rode along just nicely in the trailer. It is a heavy son of a gun though. I can certainly feel it back there. But excited to have the car here. One thing I didn't get a chance to do is to look into the trunk. Because they didn't have it open at the auction, and also I didn't quite have the key. So I'm curious to see what is in here. Is there treasure in here, or nothing? Let's see. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Nope, wrong one. Trying every key again. I'll figure it out. There we go. Trunk is open. What do we got in here? Well, it looks like we got a whole lot of nothing, but it is nicely upholstered in here. I got to give it that. The spare tire is here. Looks like nice carpet and stuff in there. I was hoping I'd find fender skirts or something, but no luck there. But it does look like the original jack is here, a lug wrench, the little base for the jack. There's even a couple of tire chocks. But I don't know. That's nice looking in there at least. I would love to find the fender skirts for it. I do want to get rid of those painted hubcaps. In fact, I've already purchased a set of chrome ones or stainless ones the way they were originally. I'm going to swap those out as soon as those get here. I'm going to give this car a little wash and just kind of inspect it top to bottom and see what I can find. You know, it's a nice driver quality restoration. I wouldn't call it Concours by any means, but boy, it looks good. The chrome is really super nice on it. The paint is very good. There's a couple of little flaws in the paint. There's one little bust through right here. And then I saw another one on, I think it was the driver's door. Not even sure if I can find it. Just a little scratch right here on the driver's door. But the rest of it looks really pretty amazing. So I'm going to clean this thing up and then maybe go for a little drive. But it is here at the lab and I'm really super excited to have it. New toy, new project, new stuff to learn. That's what Carchaeology is all about. The mighty Packard. I do want to pull it into the garage next to my other Packard as well, because that'll be cool to see things in pairs. So here's the two Packards lined up together in the garage. Aren't they sweet? Also, look at this. This is the engine compartment of this new Clipper. Talk about tidy. Sit up really bright and tall in this thing. Maybe it's the cushions in the seat, but wow, what an interesting view of the world. Off we go. Will it make it to town and back? We will find out. Well, it carried me all the way to town and back. That's about a 50-mile round trip, actually maybe a little bit farther. And it's really running pretty good. Now, I think it might be time for a valve adjustment. I don't think this engine has very many miles on it. Seems to run just a little bit rough at idle. Perhaps the valves are just a little tight. I'm going to pull plugs. I'm going to take a look there. There's a little bit of an exhaust leak. Want to hunt that down. Looks like the temperature gauge is not working. I did stop at a buddy's place. We checked, the gauge is good, so it's the sending unit that's not grabbing it. but it looks like somebody put the sending unit in using Teflon tape, which is not going to make a really good ground. But anyway, overall, really pleased with it. Really delightful car to drive around. Going through the twisty corners and stuff, it is such a boat. You can hear those bias ply tires squealing as you go around the corners. I mean, what a blast. This is a completely different kind of automobile for me, but a great experience. I mean, one of the things I want to do with my life is to play with as many different cars as possible. I don't need to keep them all forever. I don't have all the space and huge bankroll to have a collection of 100 cars or anything, but man, if I could, I would. But geez, what a neat machine. And for absolutely no money, really, when you look at it. I mean, I paid $7,500 for this thing, plus tax and fees and stuff. And I mean, God, you'd spend that on the chrome fixing this thing up. It's got nice paint. It's got a nice interior. The engine was rebuilt roughly 1,000 miles ago. Transmission was apparently redone. Brakes are fantastic. Tires are new. I mean, man, the windshield's new, all new rubber, et cetera, et cetera. It's been converted to 12-volt electrics, which is cool. Radiator's new. I mean, there's a lot going on with this mighty Packard, and I'm really thrilled to have it here. And I'm definitely going to play around with it some more. I'll be sharing some more videos and photos, of course, on social media. If you're on Instagram, look me up at Buggenbox. That's BUGNBOX, and you'll see a lot of photos that I post on a daily basis. I'm not quite as active on YouTube, but if you're following me on Instagram, you can really see all the crazy shit I'm up to. In any case, until then, thank you for watching. Keep on digging them up and driving them. Carchaeology, history on wheels. That's what it's all about. Bye-bye.